Benson Boone is a relatively new pop star in the making, and he is a progenitor of this genre that is derogatory called hooting and hollering. And he has just released his new album, which is called American Heart. On the cover, he is shirtless and draped in the American flag, just in time for July 4th.
What's it called? What's the genre called again?
Hootin' and hollerin'.
So is that supposed to be like stomp clap for Gen Z rather than millennials?
It's the successor to stomp clap music, for sure. But it's definitely more poppy than that. It has synths and
not as many fake banjos.
Yeah. Benson Boone got his album trashed in Variety, who said he wrote his album in only 17 days, and unfortunately it sounds like it. American Heart makes scattered attempts to capture the cheekiness and cockiness that define Benson Boone's performing image, but ultimately falls short. And then from there, the hate bandwagon for Benson Boone was all aboard. Choo-choo. And I have to admit, I'm on the Benson Boone hate train.
Yeah, you've been unapologetically.
I kind of can't stand this guy.
Yeah. It's mainly due to that song.
But he seems so well-meaning and so naive.
And that makes you hate him even more. And
I know that kind of just that grinds my gears even more. That he's so like starry-eyed and optimistic. And
guys, women just don't want you to be happy. You heard it here first.
So in a recent interview promoting the album, he compares his religious uncertainty, he has a background as a Mormon, I believe, to politics, another subject he's not super eager to get into in detail. He says, people think if you have one or two views that are on the left or right side, that you have to be the left or on the right. And I don't think that's how it is. He does want to make it clear that calling his album American Heart isn't meant to drag him into culture wars. It's not political at all, he says. It's more of a personal thing. It's just me. American Heart is my heart. And it's not my heart because it's American. It's my heart because I'm Benson Boone.
There's the image if you're wondering.
That's some, like, it matters not what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others type shit.
Bro, I don't even know what that means.
Right there. Like that, he went to the Kamala School of Word Salad.
Yeah.
So yeah, his album and also his personality, his look, his jumpsuits, his entire persona is getting dragged into oblivion right now. And I think he's trying his best to keep a brave face and appear unbothered by the hate. In this new TikTok, he responded to some of the criticisms about reheating nachos.
Here we go. Let's watch this here.
Write better songs. Your songs are trash. You're so inauthentic. You're reheating nachos, bitch. Okay.
Like, do you just agree with them?
Valid. I can pivot. I can try something new. Write better songs.
The album has been out for like 2 minutes and you're already agreeing with the people who hate it.
So here's the thing. I empathize with his position, which is like trying to seem unbothered and charitable, but it just screams weakness to people that don't know you.
They can sniff that out from a mile away, and they're circling like sharks.
I feel like it's like a woman would find this lack of confidence disgusting.
It gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, in his TikTok bio, he describes himself as Pedro Pascal's son. So he inherited the ick from Pedro Pascal, his spiritual father. His fan base, they're called the Booners. Booners.
I mean, that's what you'd call boomer gooners.
Why? Just why? He also addressed more of the backlash in the music video for his single, Mr. Electric Blue. And you can see from these stills, he's wearing a t-shirt that says One Hit Wonder. And then he is pointing to discount jumpsuits. He's running in a field with a shirt that says inauthentic.
Yeah, he's trying too hard to seem unbothered now.
And he's,
like he had to hire a photographer to show you how unbothered he was.
They
Or unless
show
his label is.
Benson Boone's agent working at Industry Plant Records because he's been accused of being an Industry
honestly,
Plant countless times.
There should be a record company called Industry Plant Records. That's a very good idea.
It's a good idea, yeah.
Especially if you think of it as like Industry Plant, like a manufacturing plant, not Industry Plant like they were planted there.
Right. I think they should capitalize on that while it lasts.
He's so unbothered. He's so in his own lane that he's in another lane. Like he's in his own lane so much that he's swerved into somebody else's lane.
And I can't knock him because he is talented. Like, he has a good voice. He is crazy good at, like, doing these backflips and stunts on stage, and whatever he's doing with his brand, it seems to be working. He's reached mainstream success. He's getting hundreds of millions, if not billions of streams on Spotify from what I've checked.
I see this and it's like they were trying to, somebody saw Morgan Wallen and wanted to make a pop version of him that everybody would hate.
I think that he's more derivative of Harry Styles, if anything, which I never liked in the first place. I had to hear this guy's new song when I was at a retail store.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I imagine a lot of people hear his music, is at retail stores.
But that's the point, right? He's so marketable that people end up hating him just out of spite. And one person who is defending him said the Benson Boone hate is crazy because he literally did nothing. Put your energy into hating people like Chris Brown or Morgan Wallen.
See? I did see Mia Khalifa threw her, cum rag in the ring by saying that people who listen to Morgan Wallen are all racist.
Really?
Yeah. She made the blanket statement.
Her cum rag.
Sorry.
Okay. I think that a big reason why Benson Boone attracts this much anger and hatred is because he kind of has this like golden retriever energy, like he's just happy to be here. And he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder. He's just like trying his best,
That would
shows up with a smile.
Like, is there a precedent for that in pop music? There's certainly a precedent for humility, I suppose. But back in the day, you would have been like isolated from the negative feedback because you wouldn't have had social media. So I can't think of who has golden retriever energy in the past.
I mean, Britney Spears
was Justin Bieber
at
like
the beginning
that?
of her career, Justin Bieber at the beginning of his career, but it gets definitely trained out of you once you reach a high level of success because you realize these people just want to eat you alive,
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Benson Boone is going to have his reputation era any minute now. He's going to go on his revenge arc, and he's not going to be the nice Mormon boy that we once knew.
Yeah, that's worse. I'd rather he's like, you know what he should do? Like hard pivot and just start making like gospel music.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have compared him to Hillsong style vocals.
He'll start a band, Benson Boone and the Hillsongs.
They say Benson Boone is like Harry Styles for people who go to mega churches.
Yeah. I mean, I just see it as the next round of music you have to hear in a mall. Like for the people that still find themselves in malls.
Or if you're at like a Home Goods or a Hobby Lobby or a TJ Maxx, he's going to be blaring from the speakers.
I'll never have a
problem.
problem.
It's just music.
I will never have a problem like this because it just seems like it's just another reassuring sign that the cycle will always continue. You will always have mediocre pop stars. You will always have artists like this who are just there.
Well, I think I've actually complained about the fact that we have this shortage of straight white male pop stars. And I said Justin Bieber has got to be probably the last one.
Yeah.
But then Benson Boone showed up on the scene.
They heard you and they were like, fill the
I was
spot.
like, that is not what I meant. Like, Benson Boone is not a teen heartthrob. Nobody likes this guy.
No.
Like, I think even the people who listen to his music don't really know anything about him as a person. Like, he doesn't have a fan base around him.
The Booners.
Other than the Booners. How many Booners are? I mean, there are dozens of them, I'm sure. But
I mean, I guess the worst part about being a celebrity now is you have to give your followers a name.
I'm just saying, like, there's
The
no such
McCracists.
thing as Bieber fever in regard to Benson Boone.
No.
Like, he's just not filling that vacuum.
No, well, I guess correspondingly, there was the feeling that Justin Bieber was an industry plant because he got all this success, but then you couldn't deny the actual success because, teenage girls loved him.
Well, the whole term is hotly debated because almost every musician, you could say, with a huge marketing arm behind them and a record label and promotion, is an industry plant of sorts. It's just some cases are more obvious than others.
Yeah.
Maybe you could say Justin Bieber was an industry plant that then caught on. Benson Boone, in his own way, is an industry plant, and it's not going as well for him as it did for his predecessors.
Just a different era. I mean, it's not an era for straight male pop stars anymore.
And it's also proof that at this point, snark sells better than earnestness.
And I hate
people
that
say like,
personally.
oh, earnest is making a comeback, sincerity is making a comeback. Like, nobody likes cringe culture anymore. We want to be authentic. But then someone like Benson Boone executes that, and everyone hates it. Like, there was this guy, I forget his name, but he went viral for all the wrong reasons with this song, like, Married in a Year. I think it's called Married in a Year, and he was also accused of hooting and hollering. And the song is like, you'll be married in a year in the summer with a kid on the way in 3.
I think I remember
convincing
you
yourself
saying you
you're
hated that
living the
song.
American dream. Yeah, that's the point, is like he's talking about his high school sweetheart who ended up marrying some other guy, and she'll never be happy like she was with me, and I'm
think,
cool because I tour and I'm a nomad, whatever. But people were hating on him because he has Benson Boone energy. Like, he
I think
it's too sincere.
I think that sincerity and earnestness works now for movie and script writing rather than snark. But for the people that love pop music, they want to talk like they're in the comment section from Pop Base and Pop Crave, which is full of snark and stupidity. It's actually the lowest life form I can think of. I hate it more than anything on earth, that type of snark. I despise it, actually. But it's what he's doing is not the market for his industry. He would have to switch genres.
And something you mentioned off air is that he just hasn't lived a lot of life yet. So how is he going to write songs that are interesting? He's 22 or turning 23 soon, and was just struck with this massive success that he didn't expect. And he's writing songs about moonbeam ice cream. Like, I don't know what that means, dude.
He's gonna have to collab with Cher next.
Ugh.
And Madonna.
Scooby Dooby Dooby. It's such a bad place for music right now. Like, all the pop music is snarky, boss bitch, self-love, revenge.
Oh, we're on the AI music
loveless
cusp now.
promiscuity.
I listened to this whole
slop.
album. I listened to this whole AI album from a band called Spectronite. It's just AI emo synth, and they release like an album every week because it's AI.
I can't force myself to listen to that either.
But he is now in a genre that is dead to straight white dudes.
Well, he's going to be on a lot of wedding playlists.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
All right. All right.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.